Hey, 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 hey. Hello, February powwow and hello, transition month. Oh my God, I'm excited. If you have got friends that should be here, please send them a little message, just remind them that we're here because this is probably going to be one of the most important Zooms that we want people to watch out of everything that happens in the year because a lot of people, this is like the month of where dreams can be made, in my opinion. Although I will
Mhm.
say, like, I am having to work my ass off at the minute. I am struggling, but it is all good. That's what happens when you have a huge month the month before. But so I want this is the month when basically there's a lot of changes, lots of things happening. There's going to be lots of questions. So rather than try and navigate the questions on like Facebook and graphics chats where things get lost. We thought actually let's turn our powwow into going through transition, how transition month works, and then really tapping into some ideas to make the month really lucrative. And hopefully got some of your leaders that are going to be jumping on and sort of sharing an idea or two as well, things that work for them really well in transition month, especially for some of them that have been through transition a couple of times. That sounds really dodgy to say it like that, but a couple of them have been through transition. And if you're like Laura and I mean, this is like almost transition 14, 15, maybe
So it
16.
must be
Right?
16, 15,
Yeah,
16 for me.
we've been through a lot of transitions. So, kind of as the years have gone on, I feel like we've kind of perfected this. Although I do feel very overwhelmed at the moment, but I think it's completely natural. So,
Mm,
I think it's important for you guys to know that we get that overwhelm that can almost be like paralysis in
yeah.
these months as well. And I definitely have been doing all things but what I should have been doing. Um, definitely today, for example. But we move. So I will get on my treadmill after this and plan
It's
out.
all good. It is all good. You did go to the gym and you have total scensty. So
I
it's all
have.
good.
I've,
But I will just say, and I totally know, you won't mind me saying because she's coming on to talking a bit anyway. The other day on our Growth Academy chat, myself, Emma, and Katrina were talking, and we said, like, it's actually really important that we tell people. Emma was not feeling like it. Emma was having like a I've got this day, but me and Katrina were like, oh my God, there's just so much to do and I don't know where to start. And actually, it's totally okay to go, do you know what? Actually, we feel like that sometimes too. And even when you've been through it 16 times or 15 times, however many times it is, sometimes all that happens when you've been through certain situations, like the first of the month or transition or whatever, so many times, it doesn't mean that you don't have those feelings. It means that you've just built up a little toolbox. I imagine my hypothetical toolbox is pink and sparkly, but you build up a little toolbox of like stuff, like tools to get you through it. So it's all right, like you're gonna feel it, like Lisa just said, like nobody's exempt from feeling like it. But we wanted to do tonight to go, it's okay. We've got you. We've been here. This is what we're going to do. This is what's going to get you through it because everyone feels like it.
Yeah, we do. So there's lots of articles on the workstation, which is where it gets a little bit blasé. So what we're going to try and do is just condense the information into really the what you need to know. Okay. So we're going to start off with, I'm not even going to talk about the planning ahead document for now. We're going to talk about the fact that at the end of this month, on the 1st of March, we will be transitioning from the winter catalogue that you guys have all been working really hard on for the last 6 months and all the Christmas goodies. And we will be moving into my favourite season of the year, spring, summer. So, where I start to feel all the happy vibes, and hopefully, winter colds and coughs are not a thing. And that sad disorder that I definitely think affects many of us will do itself out the door, and we start to see spring, and we start to see lambs, and we start to see flowers and Easter eggs because that's one of my favorite things about spring. So all of that lovely stuff is coming, but that also means for us we've got a whole new catalogue to start advertising. I always find, I said this to Laura the other day, this month is probably one of the hardest months in terms of not what to advertise, but by this point, actually this month's not so bad, but January definitely. I always think I struggle with what to advertise because I feel like I've done everything to death. I feel like it's a bit like, oh, where do we go from here? But I mean, the beauty of that this month is that it's probably a little bit overwhelming because there's so much leaving and you want to make sure that you've told your customers everything that's going. So, um, let's just talk about as the new catalogs come in, let's talk about what you need as a consultant. Okay. There is, and I haven't done the maths on this, so if someone has, feel free to put it in the chat. On your workstation now, under consultant store, you can go on there. I believe it's all on there already. Let me double check as we go. And you can order, which
I'll
actually
get it up.
I haven't done this, but I'm waiting for payday.
Me
Uh,
too.
yeah, I'm waiting for payday. You can go on and you can order a business transition tools set. I think that's what it's called. Is that what it's called? I'm sure
Just
someone.
gonna find it.
So what this basically means is it's a kit that's already made for you with everything you need. So, for example, it's going to have catalogs in there. It's going to have your transition testers, which I will talk about what they are in a moment. It's going to have, I'm trying to think what else is in there. Stickers, I believe, are in there. Laura will tell you in a minute exactly.
Sorry, I'm
That's
trying
fine.
to actually
What's in the
bring
kit?
up
I know
the
there's a lot of information. So, that is a kit that is priced at £64.75. So for me, I have 4 borrow bags. Okay. So I will normally buy two of those transition kits for me, and then I buy two extra sets of the testers. And what will happen is you're going to get a little bag that's a Hessian bag, which I've normally got one to hand, and it's going to have all the new scents that are coming. All you need to do is take the discontinuing list, which I'll share where that is in a moment, and you're just going to take all of the old ones out and you're going to put all the new ones in towards the end of the month. You don't need to do that until probably like the last week of the month because right now your borrow bags should be out and they should be working. This should be a busy month for you.
Okay, so your transition tools business kit is 64.75 or 84.60 euros, but it's literally got everything you need. So you can obviously buy stuff individually, which we'll talk about in a second. But if you want to get this kit, it's 64.75. You've got a 20 pack of the spring summer catalogue, the new release scented sticker bundle, which is 72 stickers, each of 10 fragrances. And I'm sure you both we saw today, Becky Joyce created has created the document to put all those on. Product list, one pad, 48 sheets per pad, and transition fragrance tester set. So literally, if you get nothing else, you don't need anything else. Everything is in there.
I personally would say you don't need anything else. If make it
No.
simple for yourself. When Laura and I used to do this many moons ago, when we first started in like those transition one, two, or three, we would literally be sitting there scouring through the consultant store, picking all the things individually that we need.
Yeah.
They never did a business tools kit.
No, they
And
didn't.
the business tools kit just makes it really simple for you. But you just order what you need, okay? You might be looking at this and be like, well, Lisa, I don't want catalogs. I'm going to work digitally. If that's how you feel, you can go on and just order your transition testers, which are like about 19 quid, I think, off the top of my head. This month you get 10% off anything in the store. Lisa, I should know this, but the scents that are new to the catalogue, kindness, etc., will be, yeah, they will be all in your new transition wax pots. They will be all in your transition testers, and you'll get the stickers in those as well. So it should be everything that's coming, you get a little pot for. I will just say when those pots come, when your pots will come, just check that everything's in there because like last year we had like multiple
Yeah.
edition sets that were missing different things, if I remember rightly. And you can literally put a ticket in and Scentsy will send them to you. Okay. So if you haven't had a chance to order and you've got a spare £64 laying around or £19 for your testers, go grab them. They did sell out. The testers sold out last year.
Yeah,
But
they
at the
did.
moment, I reckon payday, more than likely everybody will be doing the same thing. I think you can add them to party order as well. Off
Yeah.
the top of my head. You just need to know exactly what you're searching for, the exact name in the store, because you do get charged more shipping in the consultant store. Tip for you, if you've got friends that live near you, you could order 5 transition business tools kits to you, split the shipping between you so you pay next to nothing on
Yeah.
shipping. Okay, so there's ways to combat that because you don't get no PRV on these kits. Okay.
What
Um,
you
go on, Laura.
sorry, no, was you gonna go? I didn't know if you was gonna go on to sales kits.
No, I'm not there yet. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
literally going through. You can also order more stickers if you want them. We've got scented oil stickers in the new fragrances. You will get 20% off, so 10% off anything spring summer. If you need anything winter, for example, you might be doing salon bags and you want to put some catalogs in there. If you need anything that's like now, new our season, you get 20% off. I wouldn't be buying anything. My aim this month is to get all of my autumn winter stuff out and in customers' hands, whether they're new customers, old customers, potential people that work in the shop. my aim is to get every single catalogue and not have a catalogue in my office come the 1st of March that's not spring summer. So that's just something
Yeah,
to,
100%. And if you do have, like Lisa just said, if you've got loads of old catalogs, like don't worry. Do you know what I've actually got? I actually found some other spring summer, like previous to
yeah.
today. So I'm actually going to get them out as well. I'm going to get my details on them and just hand them out to people with a sample on, because even if, like, say you're in a waiting room somewhere or you're out or you've left somewhere and you've left a catalogue and they've got your details on with a scratch and sniff sample or a tiny slice of wax, doesn't matter if it's not current catalogue, as long as they've got your details, if they like the look of it. So don't ever worry if you've got any print material and you think, oh, I've got all this left over. Just get it out. Get it out your house.
You can always go through it with a marker and literally just mark off anything that's not in the catalogue anymore. So, and they'll literally be left with the things that are still available. So, you don't exactly that. Get stuff out. I tell you what is a really good thing to do. If you've got a lot of catalogues left, we'll talk about these ideas later, but you could do something like happiness bags where you make them up, leave them outside your house, like we did in COVID. People can walk past and help themselves and take a bag. I love doing that. And I normally do that towards the end of the season. I remember last season doing a live with you all as I was posting them through people's doors
Yeah.
just to get them out. I was like,
Um,
I'm not having these. I'm getting them out this year.
Natalie, I don't know if she's on tonight, but my team, Natalie, joined from picking up one of them bags outside my house, but we will talk about that in a minute.
Okay, so that's that. And then you've also got new season sales kits. Now, Laura and I both want to stress you do not need to buy these. It is your choice. If you
Yeah.
there's no incentive running this year that says you've got to buy one. However, if you want to get ahead of the game, for example, you want the wax collection so that you can make samples for the full season, then this is your opportunity because you can order new season sales kits. Are they all available yet? Because I didn't check.
Right, I've got them up here. So available at a date to be announced due to shipping delays. Hmm. Okay, it says available. Oh
I
no,
think
sorry.
you said
So
the
the
warmer
warmer,
one.
right? Yeah. So no, they're not all available yet. So the warmer, so the Hum new season sales kit, which has got all the warmers in, which has got cute as a button, jet warmer, lavender field, seashell, and wildflower. That's not available yet. We're waiting
Okay.
for a date on those. But the everything else, available first to the 28th Feb. So the wax, all the wax bars. So Desert Twilight, Freshwater Sage, Island Bloom, Italian Sunshine, Mango Blossom, Pearlescent Coast, Rhubarb and Lemon, Sweet Lime and Peach, Sweet Pea and Freesia, and Wild for Wildflowers, which we smelt all those at Leadership, and they are
They are all amazing. There is not one scent there I don't like.
no.
Not one.
Um,
I will just add on this, guys. Do you know what's a really good tip? It's like me and Laura buddying up, and I go, right, okay, if you order, so for example, say we wanted to both order sample it all before it came, I could order the wax season kit. If Laura ordered the laundry and the clean kit, for example, we're nearly matching in PRV, but we could split the kits in half. So we could have half of each of the wax bars each, half of each of the laundry kit each, and half a lot of the clean stuff, and sit and make samples together and actually go halves on it. We've both made some PRV on it because you get PRV on these bundles. Um, and then we've both got samples ready to go out. It's a really good way if you can't afford to buy all the kits. I normally always buy the warmer one because I like to take my own photos. Am I going to do that this year? Probably. I can't help myself. I, I'll end up buying them. I do it every year, which is not cheap. It's £225, but you get 5 warmers. But don't forget, you could order those, sell them all, wait till they come to you, take photos in your home of them all, and then give them to your customers. As long as you say to your customers they are going to come out the box with some photos, you can have the warmers first. There is nothing to stop you selling all of the products
no.
in the kits. And so your customers get perks of getting them early.
But also, please, and this is something that we really, really want to stress. When I think I'd been a consultant for maybe 3 years before I bought any of new season sales kits, and I was a director by then. So what I mean is, if you're in a position to, amazing. If you're not, your business, like, it's not going to affect your business if you don't have them, like, is what I'm saying. So they're a massive perk if you want to buy them, but don't feel like you have to buy them, is what I wanted to say.
Out of all of the things that are available for you, the most important thing, in my opinion, is the scented stickers.
Yeah.
And because they're mailable, they're cheap, And they are a great way that you can sample every single fragrance to all of your customers. So if you've
Hmm.
got 30 customers, you can use those scented stickers to get a whole sheet of stickers out. I always manage to get a good 200 PRV order to go in on the first of the month, which is normally 6 packs of waxes of new fragrances from the scented stickers. They are a game changer. They literally are a game changer for your business. Everybody, in my opinion, I would not sample any other products and just use the stickers because
Yeah.
I think the stickers are just as good, if not better, sometimes than a wax sample. But it's each to their own. Everyone feels different about different things that they do. I've got a whole drawer full of stickers, and I need to, they're all here, and I need to use them all up because look, I've got hundreds. I mean, hundreds. I could go back like months and months and months of scent of the month, but there we go. I don't always use one thing I will add on all of this, and this is your biggest takeaway, is do not start selling any of this,
Yes.
advertising it publicly until the end of the month. Because, and I'm not saying this because, like, I don't want you to sell it all. I do, but purely because if you want to have a paycheck in March, you will not sell any of the winter catalogue if you start showing your customers all of these goodies. Because I know I would be saving my money for, oh my God, I'm going to save my money for the clothesline Scentsy suds and the seashell warmer, for example. If I see it, I will put off buying for a month. I've already had quite a lot of messages today from people that are like, "Oh, I'm waiting for the new catalogue to come." They know there's a new catalogue coming. You are going to see people sharing it, annoyingly. However, we can't control those people. And all I would say is if your customers do come to you, take pre-orders by all means. But it doesn't mean to say that you need to jump on the bandwagon and order it because I promise you, you will struggle to sell the current catalogue if you advertise that too early. So that's probably the biggest thing. It's not out of compliance. I had someone message,
No, yeah, yeah,
oh, so and so's doing this, it's out of compliance. I was like, it's really not. Um, you know, since you will see those things dropping on your website at some point this month if it's not already on there, like things that are coming.
but from a business perspective, you can't sell any of it yet. So it actually makes no sense. I like we will not share any of that till maybe like the last or the second couple of days towards the end of the month is when you kind of do like a little, and even then I just put a picture of a catalogue with like my hand over it or like an emoji over it, just a little sneak peek. We literally work this month right to the bitter end.
Right to the end.
Yes.
To the last day of the month. We will just add on here as well. There are some pages in the catalogue that have got mistakes on. Since they are aware of that, they are working on those things. That is on a news tab. If you need to, you can pop stickers over different bits. Have a think about that. Have a look through your catalogue once you get your catalogue. For those of you that haven't seen the new catalogue, like in the flesh, it's exciting and you're going to love it. I really think it's a beautiful, beautiful catalogue this year. They really have, and especially where it's been condensed. I feel like
Yeah.
that's pretty amazing as well. So I think that's everything. Has anyone got any questions about what they need to buy? What's coming about new season sales kits or anything along those lines, first of all? I will just add if you're ordering catalogues, make sure you're ordering UK catalogues. Unless you're in
Yeah.
France, obviously, very easily done. I've ordered German before.
I've ordered Spanish ones before.
I think we've all done that. It's a schoolgirl error, easy to do, but just make sure it's got UK written on it. I think that's a top tip.
And also, if you're not buying like the kit that's got everything in, you can make sure you're selecting like the pack of 20, not the one catalogue, because I've done that as well before. And just one catalogue's turned up. And I just haven't even noticed because I've been adding it to a party order and didn't look at like the total price. Is very easily done. But yeah, it's just exciting. Like I always remember in the beginning thinking like, oh my God, like transition month. But honestly, when you've been through a few, like it's just really exciting. Just like literally, we're here to help you through every single step. Work the month that you're in. And again, when you get to new season, don't be like, oh my God, I gotta do everything all at once. Like you've got a whole season, just like you've got the whole of this month to work the discontinued list, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But
Leads
yeah.
us nicely onto that. So on your workstation, if you haven't seen it, where your consultant planning ahead document is, if you scroll to the bottom, your discontinued list is there. I'm just going to bring this, I will open it. Excuse the amount of tabs that I've got open, guys. It's a bit like my brain at the moment, but it works for me. Got a lot going on here at the minute. I've been Been doing all sorts today. So if you haven't seen this, this is your discontinued list. This is something that I want every single person that's on here tonight to print off. And I want you, if you've got a laminator, laminate it. If you haven't, don't worry. You're going to go and get yourself a Sharpie pen or a big fat juicy biro or a highlighter. And what you're going to do is as you advertise each product, you're going to tick it off. So that by the end of the month, when somebody comes to you and says, "Oh, Lisa, I didn't know that Alpine Escape was discontinuing. You didn't advertise that." I can go back to my list and be like, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I advertised that on the 4th of February, actually. So make sure that you're using this as your hot list, really. This is like to make sure, especially with warmers and the buddies that are going, and in particular, like the body and the laundry ranges that are leaving in particular. They're the sort, car bars, all of those things. They're the sort of thing that someone will come to you on the 1st of March and try to order a Flaunt Your Feathers, for example. It just happens every single catalogue season. It happens.
And Lisa, the other thing that I also do with this as well, so on the back of my product discontinued list, I go through my orders over the last 6 months and see what everyone's ordered or what might be someone's favourite. And I've contacted those directly to say, look, they're going, and that is the opportunity, A, to get your order, but to have that Scentsy Club conversation. And through that, I've had tons of orders for wax, but I've had 3 people join Scentsy Club just by doing that. So it pays to go through your last 6 months worth of orders.
Love that
Amazing.
tip. Really good tip, Laura. Really,
Just
really
to
good.
jump in on that one as well, Laura, what Laura's just said. What I did the other day was I went into my customer group and searched like flaunt your feathers, and then anybody who's ever liked there's a post about flaunt your feathers or commented on it, I went and messaged them, and I sold 2 flaunt your feathers on Sunday night, and I'm writing that on my to-do list different days. So like today I wrote angel wings, and I'm just doing the same for angel wings, messaging anybody who's ever shown interest in angel wings. So it's a really like good way to like work through it that way.
That's a great tip. It's really important to target market people this month because there's so many people, so many products leaving. You literally have got the beauty of that. That list is pretty much giving, it's a follow-up list, okay? It's a
Yeah.
really simple follow-up tool where you haven't really even got to think about it. You just need to, get your order book out, get your list out, get your customer group, search your customer group, search your business page, people that have been on teetering on the edge of that bar or that warmer, and have those conversations. You've got to be brave enough to get in people's inboxes, which is half the battle of what we do. In fact, in fairness, like Laura and I talked about this today, it's actually 90% of what we do. Um,
Mm.
a lot of sales that I make are not on Facebook. It's actually the messaging that's going on behind the scenes, which so many of you guys don't like doing. I don't know why. I don't know what intimidates you about getting in some.
I'm just, yeah, honestly, today, so I walked the dog this morning, which I do every day, maybe not every day as long as I did today, but I walked her for 40 minutes and I'm not exaggerating. If I will show you in a minute, I'll happily show you. I'll scroll down my inbox. I literally went through and while I was walking, I voice messaged my customers. I went through and I voice messaged people and I told them that there was 20% off and I told them that like flowers were discounted. And I've had some orders today for some mini warmers and for some wax and for a wish box and flowers from voice messaging people. Some people have come back and said, like, thanks for the heads up, I get paid at the end of the month or whatever. But honestly, you have to do that in your business. But honestly, just do it when you're like walking the dog or do it when you're like incorporate it into whatever you're doing. But honestly, 100% the follow-up is and also if you can do a voice message, they're hearing your voice, like they're hearing that personal connection. So if you can voice message as well, it's always a winner.
Always a winner. And while we've got you, Laura and Katrina, have you got any other, like, what are your biggest tips for transition month? Like things that you do that bring you in the biggest PRV, would you say?
Well,
Uh,
I think for me,
you go.
sorry, Katrina, I'm doing something new this year as well as what I do usually. So because the whiff box is literally full of items that are going to be in the new catalogue, I've contacted like my VIPs and said, look, I'm actually doing a new season like whiff bag, right? And I've ordered these cute little bags off Temu with all like their little initials, which cost like £1. So I'm not going to spend loads of money. But I'm actually going to get PRV this month from it. Use these guys as product testers. So in my bag, I'm going to have little slips to say, please snap, tag, and share. But also, I want you to review this product and post your review online. So I'm hoping that they review the suds, they review the whiffs, they review whatever else is in the box. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's a way that I can get PRV this season, the end of the month. But then hopefully drum up interest and orders for the new season. Now, I didn't do that last year, so I'm hoping that this will work. And also I'm going to put samples in the catalogue. But again, I'm going to probably give them to them a week before. So they get it a bit earlier, but not too early to obviously crush the rest of my Feb sales. But usually, so that's something new that I'm doing. But then usually it's just catalogue and stickers. Like I keep it really, really, really simple. And the trick to it is as well is make sure you're only giving your catalogues to people that you've got their contact details for. Please just don't spend your money handing out catalogues to someone that you haven't already got that connection with, because the likelihood is they're probably not going to come back to you and then you've lost out on that. So that's probably like, yeah, my biggest thing. But in the catalogue and stickers as well, always try and do something that incentivise someone or the customer to place an order at the start of the month. Now that may be, if you can, offer like 5% off or do like a little draw or something like that. I need to think about what I'm going to do, but there's always a method behind the madness.
Love that. Love it. What about you, Katrina?
So for working the current month, and I was talking to my team about this in our team group the other day, it's like I do sometimes still get overwhelmed in transition month at the start of it, and then at the end of it, I always say, "What did I get overwhelmed for?" So I was talking to my team about this, like it's just not necessary. And I used to go all singing and dancing about my VIPs all needed a box and it had to have samples of every wax in it. And I took all that out last transition and it was so much easier. They still ordered through getting the smelly stickers. So one, if you're getting yourself in a tiz, because the new catalogue, one, we're not even working it yet because it's February. And two, it's there for 6 months. So it doesn't need to be in place for the 1st of March. Like just don't get yourself in a tiz. So focus on February is my tip. That's what I'm telling my team. Focus on February. I'm literally so grateful for that discontinuing list because I've got the worst brain fog at the moment. I can't clear my thoughts. And it's making me not have to really like think about what I'm going to schedule and share. I'm just looking at that and away I go. So like yesterday, I just picked white peach and cranberry and I messaged every customer who's had white peach and cranberry and asked if they want it in club or if they just want to stock up. I did it the day before with white amber and teak and I got 2 new club customers. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, just literally make it as simple as that. Pick a scent and go to the people who ordered that scent, see if they want a 6 set of it or if they want a club. And just keep it really, really simple. I've been sampling all-purpose cleaner. That's going in everybody's orders at the minute. And then just before we come on tonight, I've messaged everybody who had it last week and said, like, did you like it? That's leaving. So you could be sampling stuff that are going. If you've already got samples made up of waxes that are going, make sure they're going out with those catalogues that you need to get rid of too. You don't want to be left behind with it. And then it's just that really easy follow-up. They're my biggest tips. And then what we always do, and I know this isn't for everybody, but when it gets to the new catalogue, my family, well, Harrison last new catalogue was like, really, Mum? He's like, become 13. And I was like, no, you're the star of the show. You've got to be involved. But we always make like a whole family, like, stupid reel about the catalogue. So, like, my husband's a greenkeeper on a golf course. So, like, last season, like, it got thrown to him as he was about to take his golf swing, and Harrison will be gaming and it gets thrown into his bedroom. Like, just like be like silly with it and stand out as you. But that's for like March. That's all. I make it in February and it goes out the 1st of March, like something silly with the new catalogue. But that really catches attention rather than just everybody's just showing a new catalogue photo, aren't they? So
I have to pay my kids to do stuff like that. It's not fair.
well, Harrison was like, Mum, you don't understand. Like, I've really got rinsed for that. I was like, oh, well, I don't care enough. Come on, we need to be in the reel.
I
Come
need
on,
to
we
be
need
in it.
to be resilient. We don't care what people think.
I
But
love
no,
that.
Katrina's right. Like, so when we talk about, because every single month, no matter whether it's transition month or anything, we always talk about focus, focus, focus. And the only thing that we should be focusing on this month is that list that Lisa showed us.
Yeah.
That is the only thing. That is your Bible for this month.
The other stuff's in the background, like you're doing it in the
Yeah,
background, but it's not for your customers to see or know
yeah.
about yet. Is matter.
Love that.
Amazing.
Really good stuff, guys. Thank you. Is Emma, are you on?
I am.
Yes, where are you? I see you. I see you. I think you've got something to share. I know you've always got
Hello.
something there.
Sorry, I've got
Always
like
got something to
really
share.
freshly blow dried hair. It's a bit crazy because I'm not
Oh, I
straightened
love it.
it.
I love that
can't
you're
go
in
to
your
sleep with it wet
PJs.
anymore because it goes all manky. So I have to blow dry it, but I can't straighten it because otherwise it's like that in the morning.
I love it.
It's like a big mane of hair. Um, so pretty much the same as the girls. Like I do not even I've not even looked at the March catalogue yet. I wasn't at leadership, so I didn't get a copy. I always wait for a copy in the flesh. So I didn't even look at the March catalogue. I'm not working that. I'm focusing on getting 2,500 PRV so that one, I can get annual sales, and two, from the 1st of April, I need to get 2,500 PRV.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same here.
So I'm working February. And to be fair, February's done all right for me, but every single transition month, what works for me, big PRV, and I don't do very many specials. I always do a flower special every single transition month. My customers know that I do it. I sold 18 flowers yesterday. So that was what? Just over an active order. It was 269, so it would have been a new active order. And I literally went through my reorder. I went through the product list. I went through my order books. I literally messaged every single person that's ever had a flower. I was like, do you want one? It's 18 quid. Well, it was Sunday and Monday. So it's two day special. And that got me, I'm now on what, 700 and some at PRV.
Wow.
So yeah, and then I emailed out my customers today, all my PWS customers, to let them know that there's 10% off. And that got me 2 PWS orders as well today.
Love that.
Amazing.
So it's literally just letting people know. For me, I tell my team this is the perfect time to get in people's inboxes. You've got something to tell them. There's 10% off. This thing's going. This is the perfect time to get inside somebody's inbox and be like, guess what? 10% off. Oh my God, your favorite wax is leaving. Like it's the perfect time to actually connect with them, speak to them about it, and just get those orders in by actually talking to people rather than just posting and running.
The
I love it.
perfect time, exactly that. And something has just pinged into my brain as you were saying that. Because actually, we are providing a service, and
Yeah.
people might not always see your person. I know we bang on about this all the time, but it is so true. And actually, by you jumping into their inbox, you are actually offering them a service. And actually, today, in our gym chat, for ages, I've been saying I need to buy a skipping rope for the gym because there's never any skipping ropes in the gym. And then
Yeah.
the guy, well, it's true, isn't it? Like, there's never any left on the thing. And like, anyway, so he posted in our gym, and I kept saying every time I walk out, I'm like, I need to buy this, I need to buy this, I need to buy a skipping rope. And I always forget, and then I get on with my day. And then today he posted in the chat, I've got so many of these skipping ropes left. They're a tenner. Who wants one? And I was like, oh, amazing, thank you. I'll have a skipping rope. And it's exactly the same with scensty. People are busy. People have busy lives. People want it. We've got it at a discount. So actually, like Emma's just said, by diving into their inbox, it's not bothering them. It's helping them.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
It does, because I had someone that messaged me the other day and was like, oh my God, I didn't realise there was a flash sale. I was like, are you joking? Do you know how much I shared that?
Yeah.
She was like, I'd have had that warmer. I was like, oh, for God's sake.
Literally, and I'm going to show you an example because I followed up with her today because so Jacqueline, this is my customer. She's been my customer for ages. After the flash sale, she sent me on the 27th of January, hi, Lo, do you know if this is still available online? As I can't find it. That was the bundle of the Glimmer and Glow and the waxes. And I actually went back to her and I said it was in the flash sale. And then a voice message, and I was like, I literally shared it here, 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 and here. And she was like, yeah, I've not been on social media for a couple of days. And I'd WhatsApped her, I'd been in her, like, I'd emailed her, like, so literally, people miss stuff. So
Yeah.
you're like literally providing a service by messaging them. And like Lee said a minute ago, like, I know loads of people say, I don't like to do it. If you're not following up, you're not working your business.
Exactly that.
Yeah, exactly that.
Exactly that. I love it.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right.
Thanks, Emma. And thank you as well for putting that list out because I know you've put it in the chat, and I think like she's literally bullet pointed all the flower scents that are available. So like you've saved everybody a job there as well. So thank you.
Thank you very, very, very much. Um, okay, I don't know who else, if anyone else is on that was going to share.
Georgie,
Yes.
Georgie?
I don't know if Georgie's got on because I know she messaged me earlier. And just give me a wave if you are. If you're not, it's okay because I can keep talking and Laura can keep talking. It's just a couple of ideas for you. Other things that work during transition months really, really well for me and Laura have done these for years, which are like Bon Voyage bags of boxes. If you've not heard of those, it basically is like a mystery bag or a treat bag that will be made up of your favorite waxes that are leaving. You could do Bon Voyage 6 packs where you make up a 6 pack and actually have just those 6 packs of things that are leaving. Quite often people go to me, do I have to buy just the leaving ones? Can I mix it with clothesline and shimmer? And I'm like, yeah, of course you can. They can obviously tweak things and change things, but sometimes people need to be aware of you actually it's a bit like the lazy shopper, right? That they want some of the things that are leaving, but they need you to create the
Yeah.
ideas for them to actually then do those things.
So I've got this in my notes. This is from, we haven't had a price increase. This is from 2024, so this must still be right. I will work it out correctly if it's not right. But basically, you can do it so you can sell them for 5 bars for 24.75, which means they're 4.95 a bar, but you have to sell 60 bars, so it's 12 bags or boxes. But basically, if you sell 12 at 24.75, they're getting five. You're going to sell all 12 to make it fit. You're going to be left with £21 free credit left over to do as you wish. So you can use that to help with your shipping or whatever. But yeah, so if you want to do that, I'll share that afterwards. But yeah, it works out that you're selling 8 6 packs, one half price, one perpetual, and you can do them for a slight discount. But obviously that's personal special.
That is a personal special, yeah. Other things that also work really, really well during this month is separating all of your bags of testers into just the leave-in waxes
Yeah.
and getting people to look after those for you. Why not work those like a normal borrow bag, but get those out to people so that or even separate them. If you're going to give a proper borrow bag out, separate them into 2 bags. You're going to have to separate them anyway and make people aware that little brown bag there, they are all leaving. Find some babysitters for your testers. Say put out onto your group. I'm having a discontinuing bag party. I've got 4 of them that are ready to go out and get them out the door. If you've got wax bars in your office or in your office, in your boxes, in your stashes of stuff that is going to be leaving and you're happy to part with it, make them into samples, get them out, get those in orders and make a sticker or a little flyer that says I am leaving and literally get those out. If you've got stickers like me, like I showed you my stickers at the beginning, go through them, find things that are leaving and get them on the cards to go into your orders. The more sense you can get under people's noses when they realise things are leaving, like White Amber and Teak, for example, that's going to be a devastator. There are going to be people that are going to ask for that in March. I'm telling you that now, and they will be gutted they did not add them to Scentsy Club. So have these conversations. I challenge you to talk about Scentsy Club in your customer groups once a day. Okay. And I'll tell you why. Because a lot of customers think a few things about it. Okay. I was thinking about this today. I was thinking about pain points that like barriers that are big things that stop people from signing up or stop people from doing certain things. Most people don't understand what Scentsy Club is because we describe it in jargon. Okay. You have got to describe it to your customers like they don't understand anything at all, like they're 5 years old. Okay. And if you're not sure, test it on your kids. Okay. And explain it. And if you explain it to your kids and they go, I don't get it, then you're making it too complicated. You need to simplify it to talk to your customers. I literally just call it the always but get my bar scheme. I don't talk about adding other products. I don't talk about discounts. I do talk about the 10% off, but I literally keep it really simple. Did you know that that's discontinuing? Scentsy will keep making that for you forever, if you wish.
And it's free.
And also don't just
Yes.
and don't just post about it as well, right? Don't just post about it. So this happened to me this week, girls, right? So in the past I've only just posted about it.
Okay.
I've had this customer who's obsessed with pomegranate prosecco, and obviously I've said to her it's leaving. She's like, right, okay, I better stock up. I said, yeah, you can stock up, but do you know about Scentsy Club? She was like, I've seen you post about it, but I don't actually know what it means. Explained it to her. She's put it on Club.
Mhm.
Like,
People need
you got to have the
yeah,
conversations about it.
yeah. And that's a perfect way. If you're sampling things that are leaving, they're more likely to buy them. This is not the month to sample clothesline, shimmer, windowsill breeze, all of that jazz. This is the month to, find your enchanted woods that you've got knocking about in your office that's probably melting because it's a dark green bar. You've got some white amber and teak laying around. I'm trying to think what else is on that list. That's like a scarlet sunflower. Is that on that list? But I'm
Yeah,
trying to think of the
Puppy
ones.
Fleece, and
Yeah,
I think the warm amber and plum's going to be a really big one this
Yes.
year.
yeah.
Yeah. I've got that upstairs and I put it on the weekend and it's absolutely beautiful. Like it's amazing.
It's definitely off on my club. That's like one of my new top 5 favorites, and I think
And
that's how I promote club the best. So
Yeah.
I like talk about what's going on my club. Like I'll be editing my club and adding that on and talking about that. I'm kicking myself because I'm warming Island Burl, and it's the bar that got away twice. I was meant to put it on my club last time, and
Oh
I'm
my
going
God,
to
I
put it
know.
on
Red
again this
Sparrow is mine.
time. So I'm going to go
Oh,
live about that tomorrow, about how sad I
yeah.
am that Alan Bill's got away again. Like, don't let that be you. So just talk like I think so. Club is one of those things that when I get people that join club, it's after I've gone live. And the other thing that when I sell it, is a scensty go after I've gone live. I think it's just one of those things that people don't get.
Yeah.
Like, and then if you go live, you can actually like explain it easier than a post, and then they're like, "Oh, I get it. I
I
want
mean,
that."
looking at the amount of people that are on here, how many of you don't understand what Sensi Club is? How
Like put
many
it in
of
the
you,
comments. Like it's totally okay if you don't,
and how
because
many of you have got your own club or haven't got your own club? I'm really shocked that most Sensi consultants don't have their own club.
you know what as well?
Now,
It's
Sensi Club's
really
Ryland Bowl's still on Sensi Club, by the way. It's under promotions.
What?
Yeah, bring back my bars.
Yeah.
God. Right.
and
Well, I'm
what's
gonna
really
have to
important.
list.
So Maggie Hensley did a training on this at there was Maggie Hensley and there was somebody else, and I feel really bad. I can't remember her name, but SFR, and they're both on YouTube on workstation to watch the trainings. But what's really important to remember about Sensi Club is even if you get, even if like not everyone's setting up £100 Sensi Club, if you have, think about it this way, if you had so many people just putting a 6 pack of wax on, if you get 20, 10, 20, 30 people, that is residual PRV that is just dropping into your account without even realizing it. And like when I think I've got 14 Sensi Clubbers, I definitely need to get more. But I had a look yesterday, like who Sensi Clubs were running this month. And this month, like I've got a few people that have got on quarterly ones, and they're all running, and like, one of them is over £100. So like, just think about that. If you can get a few people, even just putting like a 6 pack of wax on, even if every couple of months that drops in, and then you get a few more people the next month, and you get a few. Just think about this, right? Just imagine getting 500 PRV every month from club before you've done anything else, before you've done any parties, any borrow bags, any sample packs. It is literally a game changer, and we do not talk about it enough. And
I got
honestly,
346 PRV off of my club last month.
amazing,
Yeah. I've got
amazing.
23 subscribers. A lot of them are teamies that have rolled up to me. I will just say that as they leave, their club tends to like roll up to me. But again, like Laura just said, it's residual income. I've got 7 clubs that are going out this month. And if they come to 200 PRV, I know that my PRV at the minute is not where I want it to be, but it's 360 PRV. I've got an order to go in. But I know that there's probably another active order to go with that. If something happened to me, this sounds awful, but say this flu doesn't get any better and suddenly I'm in bed for the rest of the month and I can't work the whole of February, I know that my PRV is going to minimum be my 500 and I don't have to worry. If I really didn't want to, I wouldn't have to put a single other bit of PRV in for the rest of the month. And I know that my club will cover it. And then that
Lisa,
way, it doesn't
sorry,
matter.
go on.
That's right.
No, Lisa Robbery is a consultant in America.
Okay.
And she did a training in Sense Squad, I think. I think it was in Sense Squad or on Zoom. I can't remember. Anyway, and she has obviously taken the time to build this, but she has something like, I don't know, it's like ridiculous amounts of PRV every single month. And I think it was her dad passed away, and her dad was really poorly in hospital. And she was like, I literally didn't work for like the whole of a month, but it didn't matter because I'd taken the time to like build up my Sensi Club. So again, when we're talking about like the pillars of your business and we talk about like parties, we've obviously been banging on about parties. That's amazing, right? But that is one leg of your business. Scentsy Club is another leg of your business. And if you consistently take the time to build strong legs, I just thought about squatting in the gym as I said them words, strong, strong legs of your business. If every single one of them is strong, say you've got a really strong legs of Scentsy Club, but then you don't have many parties that month, that kind of balances it out. Then the next month you have loads of parties, but then imagine one month all three legs are really strong. Like you're literally laughing. Honestly, we totally need to like work club more.
It's a really good idea to check in with your PWS customers because they've already quite happily bought on your website, paid the shipping. I did that and I had two people sign up. I went through all of my PWS customers and said to them, do you know we've got like an auto ship program, subscription program, like told them all the information. And I had two sign up. And I've just checked one of them actually because it came out yesterday. And she's added more bars to it.
Yeah.
So she's now got like a 6-pack on there pretty much. I know it's not like discounted, but you know what I mean. So
Yeah, but
PWS customers is a great place to start because they've
yeah,
already paid the shipping.
Yeah.
100%.
None of that. Like I've had a couple of customers that are like, I really don't want to pay the shipping. And I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, you're gonna get 10% off, but they won't do it. But also people that order on a regular basis. I had one of my customers over like a period of 3 months, she would run out of counter clean and Scentsy Fresh and stuff like that. And she added it onto a quarterly club. Her quarterly club was like 100 quid. And she just used to change it up all the time. But because so I never really got any small orders from her after that. But she had a club and it was constant every 3 months without fail, over 100 quid every time. So have a look at your big customers and have a look at regular big customers and have a look at your PWS customers. That would be where I would start if I was looking at club conversations.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, definitely. So that's just definitely something to really focus on this month. Don't be afraid to have the conversations. We will keep harping on about it. I'm just trying to think what other things I normally do transition month. I had a list and it's gone walkies, so that's why I'm not actually calling off the list. But there's so many different things that you can do, but the follow-up is going to be the big one. This is a really good month to practice your follow-up skills. Yeah, you towards that, Katie, you just hit it. So sorry. Last chance grants parties. They're a great thing to do. I actually decided earlier on that I'm going to host one of Katrina's bingo parties in my customer group towards the end of the month. But I'm going to do it as a bingo party with like last chance, these are the things that are leaving, and also do like a live whiff of all of the new scents that are coming to give them a bit of a sneak peek of what's coming in the new catalogue to get some pre-orders for the beginning. So you could do things like this too. You don't have to do it as bingo. You could do it in your home. You could have a last chance, first glance, sip and sniff party. There's so many different things that you could do with it. You don't even have to have the first glance part. You could just do last chance online Facebook party, last chance in-home, open house. There are lots of things you can do in terms of that, and it's a great way to get big PRV in one big hit.
Yeah, definitely. And like Katrina said a minute ago, like get your kids involved, get your family involved. You just reminded me, like I always do it, and I always get well, Harry actually did it a couple of years ago. I don't know if he would do it now, but I'm going to encourage him to because he's done it for years, and they'll come on and then they'll sniff the scents for the first time, and they give their honest opinions. But it just makes it a little bit more fun, a little bit more relatable. So yeah, try and get like your kids involved, get your family involved if you can, because then they see you, the person just posting a flyer of a new wax bar is not going to get that across. So definitely go live.
We always do that as well. Every time it's a new collection, I tend to do like a showcase in my customer group.
Yeah.
And I always make one person of my family be there with me when we smell the new scents. Sometimes it's my husband, sometimes it's one of the kids, whoever gets the short straw and is in the house as I go live. But my customers love it. It gets such interaction. They're always like, oh my God, I love it when they like come on with you and like, just seeing you guys interact and then they get to me and my husband never like the same smells. So then they get like two people's opinions as well. And yeah, so definitely do get people involved if you can. And if your family are miserable and they won't do it, get your friends to do it.
Yeah. Mike hates them all. Yeah, he'll be like, no, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. That will be Mike the whole way through. I'm going to see if he'll do it with me. He's so miserable. So we'll be good.
Tom's useless. He can't smell. So
Honestly, he'd be good fun to watch, Mike. I said to him a little while ago, can we do like one of these things where I'm going to ask you some like questions and we'll do it on video? And he went, well, what sort of questions? And I was like, well, the questions are things like, what's an LBD? And he was like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, well, what would your answer be? And his answer was something like, I don't know. It was something rude, probably. No, Mike. Like, I don't even want to know what he called it. But he had no idea that it was like a little black. I was like, we should do things like this because you're really funny. But he's like, he's not. He's just. So yeah, get your family involved if you can. Katie just said as well, she did a 10% off coffee morning. Katie, are you like available to talk, or are you like, I don't know where she is. Hold on.
I've just got out of the shower and I'm in my pajamas, so I prefer not to show my face if I'm honest with you, but I'm happy to talk. Um, yeah, so I knew obviously it was 10% coming off, so I'd sort of planned a 10% off coffee morning, which I just did on Sunday, and it was really successful. I had lots of interest from people that hadn't normally come to my sort of coffee mornings or um my open houses. So I think I got over 350 PRV from like people
Amazing.
just dropping in for a couple of people just dropping in. It was really good. But it wasn't overwhelming. I didn't overcomplicate it. And obviously I just started off when they came in and said, don't forget it's 10% off most things. And yeah, so I think I've managed to sell a couple of people want the Scensty Air linen as well, because that's obviously 10% off, which I think people forget about. Even the big products are 10% off. So sometimes that can convince people to do that. So I think they're going to do like PayPal Pay in 3 using that. So yeah, it was really successful, and I will definitely do that again in transition month. And I've already booked 2 parties in from that coffee morning with people who want to do them when the new catalogue launches. So I've got 2 home
Amazing.
parties which have been booked from that coffee morning. So yeah.
Brilliant. Was that at your home, Katie? You did it at home?
Yeah, I did it in my own home just because I did a post on Scent Squad which basically was saying, you know, if you want people to do parties, you have to be prepared to do your own and show people what they're expecting. Because I really believe that's true, because obviously managed to book 2 parties from my coffee morning on Sunday. Whereas if I was just to message people, if they haven't been to one, they won't know what that even entails. And I think that a lot of people get worried that you will end up pushing sales onto people when like it's really pushy. So when they've actually been to one of mine and they realise it's not like that at all, and actually your customers end up doing all the selling for you, I find in those types of things. Yeah, they've managed to book in. So yeah, that would be my advice, is definitely get your own launch or coffee mornings or sip and sniffs in at your own house, and then start sort of promoting parties at other people's houses.
Yeah.
Great.
Amazing.
Tip. Good tip. Thank you very much. You know, I love a party talk. So, okay. So obviously, as the month goes on, there will be more things. I know there is going to be, but I think there's been some real pinnacle things for you all to sort of take away from tonight. I feel like there's lots of ideas there, things that you might not have thought about doing. This is your chance to sort of shine and glow this month. Do the follow up. Don't be afraid to get in people's inboxes, and don't be afraid to, you know, just push your comfort zone a little bit this month.
And be a Scentsy consultant, basically, is what I was just thinking. And there's been a lot of ideas, but the theme that runs through all of them is that actually network. Actually, this is the perfect time to hone your networking skills. And remember, you are not like pushing stuff on people that they don't want. You are providing a service. You are providing a service for products that people love, that they might not have seen your social media posts. They might not have seen that, and they will be grateful. And even if even if they don't order this month, you've dropped in there. They might recommend somebody to you. They might tell theirs, oh, well, so and so. Somebody might say to them like, oh, I want to try Scentsy, but my consultant doesn't do it anymore. And if you've been in their inbox, they'll be like, oh my God, you should message so and so, or like you've just got a network. Honestly, if I can say one thing to summarize this, you've just got to network and let people know what we have to offer, basically.
I'll tell you something I did earlier, actually, talking. I've literally been sending messages, doing some follow up with my customers this afternoon. And I just did a thank you message to somebody. I use Connect. By the way, for those of you that use Connect on your phones, you can also do it on your computer if you didn't know this. And on your computer, on desktop, you can actually send multiple emails to one person, all in one to multiple people, same email to like lots of people all at once. So I did a little bit of follow up, which was nice and easy. Got actually a few new people in my customer group that from my PWS orders from the sale, which is fantastic. And one of them in particular, I just asked, and this was something that Katrina said, she's got into really good habits, like messaging about different things. So I thought, do you know what? As people start ordering, I am just going to ask them, do you want to see if we can get some of this for free? So this particular lady ordered on my website, and I haven't had the chance to have that conversation with her, but I said to her, Jodie, would you like to see if we can get some freebies? And she come back and said, oh, yes, please. She's not going to say no to a freebie. So I said, how would you like to do it? And I gave her 2 options or 3 options because she's not local to me. I said, would you like to do a virtual party? I can set you up a shopping link that's your own, or we can do like some kind of email party. And she basically come back and said, how about I'll take a shopping link. I actually have my own nail salon. She wrote me a list of things that she was going to do. She said, I can send an email out to all my customers and contacts. I can put samples in the salon if you would like me to. She said, I'm happy to also post up for you on my page. So she's got like an actual Facebook page that's got over 1,000 people that come in and out that follow her salon for nails. She said, I'm happy to send that out to people as well. Absolutely amazing. So I was like, blimey, like obviously she's now on my list. I'm now thinking she needs to be a teamie. But right now, the first thing I want to do is get her a couple of orders. Because if I can lead with the product, get her a couple of orders, hopefully get some new customers. If she says no, I've got new customers from it. If she says yes, those customers can go back to her and I'll feel more comfortable to have that joint conversation leading with the front. And that's all you need to do.
And you've just reminded me of something as well, Lee, sorry, about shopping links. So I did something starting this month and said, look, there's a new catalogue coming. Like, these are my die-hard customers, right? Love Scensty. I know they're going to spend a shed load of money come to start the new season. Would you like to earn some of those new goodies for free next month? Let me open your shopping link this month. Put all your orders, spread the web with your friends and family. I've got a lady that lives next door. She loves Scensy. She works in Queen's Hospital. So she's taking leaflets and whatnot to build up her party. So she can earn those host rewards ready for the start of the new month. But then there is obviously, again, method behind my madness, because then that opens up joint conversations as well. Because if she sees it's easy to get those orders in for a shopping link, that hopefully then removes the, oh, I don't think I'll be able to do it. Well, you've done it. So
that's the whole point of it. So I hope, fingers crossed, that's
yeah.
like where we're going to go with it. So is it, that's just networking. Okay. I'm just going to do that every single person this month that orders with me. Would you like to see if you can get some of this for free? Would you like to see if you can get some of this for free? I mean, a lot of them are taking shopping links. I did say to you, Laura, didn't I? A lot of people take shopping links and they do absolutely soddle with them. But you've given them an opportunity. You can't do any more than that. A lot of people just don't want to do the hard work.
They do. And actually, but then every now and again, you'll get one that absolutely flies with it. So if you do give them to like 5 people and they don't do anything, please don't be affected by that or think, oh my God, I'm doing something wrong, because it happens to all of us. But then that 6th one or that 7th one might actually go and fly with it.
They may do.
I don't know if anyone can see this, but I got these stickers printed, and every time an order goes out, I always put on there what they could have earned through that order.
I love that.
And that's kind of opened up conversations now as well, because they're kind of contacting me going, oh, well, what do you mean by this? And then it just starts that conversation. But they're really little simple things that I've started doing.
Amazing.
Sorry, I know we're going off on a tangent.
No, it's what we do, right?
Not at all. All right, guys. I feel like we're sort of drawing to the end, but you've got ideas that are working. Please, please, please share them in Scent Squad, share them in Glitter Sparkle. We will then normally lift your ideas from one group to the other, so they all get shared across both groups. And let us know.
It's World Tour this month.
It is.
So by the time we see you again, we would have been to World Tour.
Love that. Can't wait. Not long.
Not long now. Okay. Has anyone got any questions before we finish up for the evening? Anything anyone would like to ask us before we go?
Fabulous.
No.
This is golden. Right, guys. I am gonna stop the recording.